Question 11. Kyle and Sammy share some sweets in the ratio 7 to 3. Kyle gives 3 sweets to Sammy, and now the ratio is 5 to 3. How many sweets did each have initially? Okay, this one requires a bit of thought. So we start off with a ratio of 7 to 3, which is a total of 10 parts. And at the end, we're going to have a ratio of 5 to 3, which is a total of 8 parts. Now the key thing to remember is that although they change who has the sweets, the total number of sweets remains unchanged. So it'd be really useful if instead of having a different total number of parts, we started off and had the same total number of parts, and then we'd be able to work our way a bit better. So okay, we basically need to find what's the lowest common multiple, the smallest number that both 8 and 10 go into. Well, the 10 times table is quite easy. If I list out my 8s till I get to 1 in the 10 times table, there we are, 40. So I'm going to make them both 40. So let's multiply this by 4. So I'm going to have to multiply everything by 4. So I've got 28 to 12, and here, if I multiply everything by 5, I'm going to have 25 to 15. Now this doesn't necessarily end up with what we want, we'll have to check, but it does mean at least that we're looking at the same total number of sweets. So for example, if there were 40 sweets to begin with, would this work? Well, let's have a look. If Kyle gives 3 sweets to Sammy, he's now going to have 25, and she's now going to have 15, which is our exact ratio here, so that works really well. If it didn't work, we could try doubling them both to have 80 of each, or trebling to get 120 of each, but it's just really useful if I'm comparing 2 different lots of ratios to make it out with the same amount. Okay, so how many sweets did each have initially? Well, Kyle had originally 28 sweets, and Sammy had 12 sweets.